Back in September 2020, we sold our house in the UK, then moved to Normandy in France, where we bought an ancient French farmhouse with various outbuildings, including an old barn, a small cottage with 2 woodlands, and 3.5 acres of pastured land in a beautiful national park area. Follow us on our journey as Budo and I renovate the farmhouse, manage our land, and take on many projects for you to enjoy. Let the fun begin.
Hi folks.
Bonjour everyone.
Welcome to Caravan Corner again.
Hope you've had a good week.
We have.
Another busy week.
Been very busy this week. We're a little bit ahead of our videos as well, which is all good for you guys and good for us. It takes a little bit of pressure off. But I don't know what you want to lead it on with something, didn't you?
Yep. I just wanted to say, I just wanted to just say to everyone that we have been reading your comments and we're not ignoring you. Like I said in the extra of the Caravan Corner in the last video, because obviously we've switched them to a different provider now. We're waiting for internet connection. So the internet that we have is quite small, so we don't want to start answering, say, maybe 5-10 of the comments and not be able to answer the rest. So bear with us. We will in the next week or two be answering all your comments.
We've read them all. They are fantastic.
So positive.
Really beautiful comments and really genuine sort of information coming through for us. I feel actually a little bit annoyed that I can't answer them because
we want to answer them.
And it's very difficult. Our phone we've got no internet, but we've only got our phone as a signal, and it's really poor. I mean, it doesn't even get 3G. So if we start answering it cuts off, it's just going to get frustrating.
Yeah, we could be in the middle of a
believe
comment.
us, there's a couple of comments on people commenting who are backtracking on videos and watching the back videos and coming through, and they're commenting on every one, and they're lovely, just fantastic. Keep it going. And also we noticed this week on last week's video we had quite a few more people watching that actually than are subscribed, and it'd be lovely if you could just jump on board and subscribe, put your notifications on, and we've got loads of content coming for you guys anyway. But I just wanted to lead on to this week's video. It's exciting for us because it's all about the growing now for us. So we're going to be growing our food, and we're going to try and be a bit self-sustaining, and you'll see in this video how we set our beds out and certain things. You see the odd mistakes we make and that, but we're learning as well. But we did actually practice all this in UK, and we sort of got a good grounding to get going forwards and start growing and producing. So we're starting
from scratch, aren't they?
We're starting from scratch.
So they'll be able to see that.
And on that note, which will be coming up in a later video, is I'm going to build a complete polytunnel with timber and in a different way. It's been done before, but in different ways. And I'm gonna, we're gonna site that in a good place as well. Just watch the mic there, Trace. With the dog. And we're gonna site that in a place which suits us for the
growing.
Well, growing, but the harvesting and going to it. Yeah. Because we want it near the back, don't we?
Yes,
near the doors, and the orientation has to be right and everything. But you'll see in the video anyway. And
also, not this video, next week's video is going to be the grand reveal of the shower room because it's all finished now, and it actually is beautiful, isn't it? Really, for a shower room, it's turned out really lovely, and I think you'll think it's really nice. So I'm quite excited about that.
Well, we put a bit of effort into it, made it sort of a little bit nice. Didn't want it just run of the mill, just a white shower room. We've you'll see anyway next week.
It looks really nice.
It's all done,
and also. You'll probably see, you would have seen in last week's video where the front door is, where we had all the rubble and the stone. That's all cleared now. It's all flat, so it's a nice hard standing for us to put the caravan there. So it looks totally different, doesn't it?
So that means we can move the caravan up to the house now, and that gives us a good easier when we get our internet in, to access. Plug an Ethernet. Ethernet? Is it Ethernet cable?
Ethernet.
Straight into the box and straight into the caravan. So we don't have to rely on the Wi-Fi and that and other things.
Yeah, it just make life a
little bit easier. That
like now, obviously we finish quite late, don't we? We'll have our dinner in the evening.
It's late now, believe it or not.
And then we'll go into the house, just tinker around on a few bits. But I'll probably be more inclined once I've had dinner, done all the dishes, had a little rest, because you've just got a few steps to walk back in the house. So you'll be more inclined to even get more done. But because really, at the end of the day, it's us two, isn't it? Yeah. Doing everything. So.
Well, yeah. So I mean, we are genuinely doing all the work that's being done in this property is just me and Tracy. There's no helpers, no one. I had a little bit of plumbing done. First fix from Adam, neighbour up the road, but he done that because he wanted to, and I returned a favour for him. I dug out some trenches and with my digger for him. So, we are generally on our own doing this in France, in the middle of deep in the countryside. It's beautiful. We're loving it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think things are moving quite quickly, aren't they? Really.
It's full time.
Yeah, we hope for you guys it is as well. Well, it must be, because we're getting more and more subscribers, aren't we? So we are doing something right, aren't we?
Hopefully, I mean, I've just stopped you waving you on because your mic can fall off.
We're very expressive with our hands.
Yeah. But anyway, we're enjoying the journey.
Yeah.
It's tough, and we have some tough times. The weather's changed again. We had lovely summer weather for about 2 weeks. Really warm t-shirt weather. And then the snow came today. It was snowing, thick snow, but it's not settled.
No.
But it's been snowing, but we've got a couple of days of this apparently. But anyway, I think we need to wind caravan corner up because it's going to be a long one, this one.
And
I want to drink my tea and finish my biscuits.
We say that every week, but it's like deja vu, isn't it?
If I don't, the dog will. Huh?
Yeah. So we hope you enjoy this video, and we have got so much in the future, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got some other things to announce. That'll be changing, but we're not going to tell you anything yet. But we'll get this gardening one out of the way today. Next week will be all the reveal of the shower room and a few other bits maybe, and then we're going to let you know some more information. I think you'll be excited with.
Plans have changed.
Anyway, guys,
have a good week. Au revoir.
See you again.
Bye bye.
Hi folks.
Bonjour everyone.
We're here at 5:30 in the evening. We finished work in the house, so we're come out and done some work out here for the last half hour, and I'll take you around and just spin you around and show what we were doing.
And it's a beautiful evening, isn't it?
Beautiful, isn't it? Yeah.
Lovely and sunny still.
Right. So you can see out the back here where we're prepping this area for growing food. We've raked all this surface off here, and we've pulled all this stuff out here. So this is what we're pulling back and then taking it over. That's what it looked like before.
Because we pulled the black sheet off, didn't we?
Yeah, well the black sheet now has killed most of this anyway, so which we took off a while ago, didn't we? But it's killed it now. Yeah. And then we're piling it up here. And as they say in Jurassic Park, that is one pile of...
No, that... You'd have to ask James that is one big pile of dino poo.
No, it ain't. What it is just all the foliage and all the bracken. Like, if I point over here, look. So if you look up the hill there, you'll see it was all like that a few months or a month or so ago. So we've piled it up, felt the inside, it's getting a little bit warm, so it's starting to compost. So we're going to sheet this over and turn this into some compost. It might be slightly acid because it's an acid type growing stuff, but we'll neutralise it with some other stuff. I've got a big pile of horse poo. You can't really see it properly. It's over there anyway.
And the compost that I've started.
And our main compost we're starting.
So we can mix all that in, can't we?
So the plan here is, guys and girls, is this is going to be our no dig area. Okay, so we're going to set some paths along, a few paths here. We're going to have growing beds in the middle, probably 3, possibly 3, maybe 2, we'll see. So we'll have walkways up and down so we can work both sides of the growing beds. And from now on, we're never going to dig this. All we're going to do is add to it. We're going to start putting compost on top, probably put a layer of cardboard down first, and then start to put our compost on top and build it up. But for this year, because it's going to be awkward to get that ready for this year, we're starting it this year, but for this year what I'm going to do is from there all the way across to the end where you saw, I'm going to put in a little mesh tunnel, aren't we, Trey? Like it's a little mini hoop tunnel, and we're going to grow some food under that.
Provence garlic, isn't it?
Yeah, we're going to get the garlics in. We've got some nice Provence garlic to go down, so we'll get them in. It's March now, it's the latest you can get it in, and that'll get us going. So we'll start to grow, but we are going to pick a bigger area eventually to grow more. We'll probably grow up here as well, up on this surface, and then coming round here when we clear.
Come out the way.
Yeah, Trace, that's right. When we clear all this area, all this bracken and rubbish, we're going to grow in here as well. So we'll have a massive growing area. And Tracy was talking about maybe selling some of the veggies at the market and that eventually.
And the flowers. I want to grow flowers. We're going to seed all the flowers. We've got a special way of doing it, haven't we, that brings the seeds on.
Yeah. So we've got all our cut flowers we've done in England.
Yeah.
We're going to do here. We've got quite a few packets of seeds with us, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
And might sow some sunflower seeds this year.
How many did I sowed 100 plants.
Yeah.
And 100
came. Yeah, you had 100 germinations.
And now the seeds were given to all our old neighbours, so they'll be having sunflowers for years and years.
So we'll probably put some of them out because they're just pretty and all, aren't they? But the seed's good for the birds, and we can keep some of the seed for regrowing, and people buy sunflowers as well, which is nice. Yeah. But anyway, guys, so I'll give you a little update on here. So we've eventually started on our garden, and we're now going to kick in. We're hoping to do probably 2 evenings a week, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Spend about 3 or 4 hours down here in the evenings, and then we'll grow food and just, get the process going. Anyway, guys, till next time.
Ciao, ciao.
See you in a bit. So, a little explanation of what we're actually doing at the moment. I'll be coming into the picture in a second. So, we're getting this out of the ground. This is the rhizomes of the what they call that, the ferns, if you like. The only time we dig is initially in the beginning. We're just turning the earth over, pulling them roots up with a tractor cultivator, pulling them all up, left them on the surface, then we covered them over with some black plastics to kill them off through the winter there, and now we're ready. Now the soil, once we give it a rake, is relatively good. It's nice loomy type soil, a little bit acid, but basically just scraping over the top, pulling these out with a rake. They are coming up. They're dead under the ground as well, a lot of them. Separating the soil, just getting that part prepped, and basically barrowing them over to our compost heap, which I showed you, which we'll do. And let me just point you over to that so you remember what it is. So coming over here, that's the compost heap. We're going to cover that in plastic, heat it up, put some more nitrates in there, like grass cuttings and stuff, get it hot, heated up, turn it over again. Probably because it's a big mound, I will turn that over with the digger, because that's going to be hard work, that is. Anyway, a bit later on I'll explain to you, once we get this rubbish off the floor, I'll explain to you what we're going to be doing down here and prepping it ready for the future. This is going to be like a bit of a garden series for me and Tracy. Me and Tracy are into no dig, aren't we, Trey?
We sure are.
And we're going to make our own compost. We're going to base it around at the beginning, 7-year-old rotted horse manure. That's going to go down first on cardboard, but we'll show you that in a bit. Okay. So we're just raking this stuff up now, and as you see, look, Tracy's, the old roots are in there, she pulls them out, and we'll just keep working away. This is the beginning, remember, so we've got a long way to go to get all this stuff out. but we're pulling it back. It's good for the stomach, isn't it, Trey?
Definitely.
A bit of raking. Makes a change from renovating work. That's different muscles, isn't it?
You can understand when people say you don't need to go to the gym, do you? When
Nah,
you do
not when you're gardening and renovating, no.
Definitely not.
So you can see the ground now, the condition. I'm getting a bit of a closer up for you. And it's really nice. It's really nice soil. It's a little bit stony, just what you want. Nice, a bit sandy, clayey. It's good loomy type soil. It just needs some more nourishment going into it, which we'll be doing in a little while. And we'll show you that process in a minute. But we're just going to clear this last bit off the ground here,
and then we're ready.
And then we'll set our lines out and start working out where our
garlics are going to go.
Well, work out where our beds are going to go first, yeah. Because we haven't got enough cardboard for the process, full process, but we can start.
Yeah.
But we'll show that in a minute. Okay.
Ciao, ciao. This is the next stage of our no dig. Budo's sprinkling lime onto the beds as the soil is slightly acid, and this will help neutralise it. So let's have a look. You right, Budo?
Yeah, just getting the lime on. We'll give it a rake out in a minute.
And this obviously is getting sprinkled on first, and then the next stage will be for us to lay the cardboard on top.
I'll just get this bed finished.
It doesn't take long either to do. Do you want to show them the, as they say, rotted down horse manure?
Oh yeah, it's good stuff. You've got to come and have a look at this.
Let me have a look. Let me come round because I don't want to walk across the bed.
So that lime quickly is a slaked lime, which is a reactive lime, and that will help neutralise what Tracy said to bring us back to
a pH level,
pH,
yeah,
if you like. We put that under the cardboard, but you won't see it when we put the cardboard down because we're going to rake over it.
Okay.
But let me show you this. Look. So this is our beautiful compost we have. It's full of worms. You can see the worms.
Perfect.
Bits. This has been rotting for years apparently. It just smells like,
can't explain it.
Natural
smell.
But that's going to go on top of the cardboard. We're going to build it up to a layer about this big, which it will sink, and then every year we'll add to that. And all we're going to do is keep coming up. But this is beautiful. We have access to 60 tons of this at the moment, and we've got another friend of ours that said if we do run out, we can get more from them, but I don't think we will with 60 tons.
Good job we've got a big trailer as well.
Yeah, well, it's going to take a long time to get it all over here.
We'll do it in stages, won't we?
We've got probably 2 ton or maybe a bit more down there at the moment.
Yep.
Which will get this bed up and going, and the next one probably. But let's cut it off here and then we'll show them the next phase as we're doing with the cardboard.
Ciao, ciao.
So then, let me show you what we've done. Get down low. How low can you go? Right, so you can see this pole we put in here, and there's a string line off of it. At the far side, I don't know if you can see, at the end of this string line is another pole, and then the same distance from there is the pole, from this pole to this pole, and that distance we're using is 4 foot, okay, which is 1,000 or 120 centimeters, if you like. The reason we're going for that is when we was in England and we was practicing, we went with different sizes. So we went with narrower beds and wider beds, but we found that 4 foot was nice for me and Tracy to work at when you're bending over to reach in to get stuff. So you can come from both sides and both meet in the middle, if you like, and it gives you a nice growing space. In this area here altogether, we're going to have 3 long beds. We're setting out the first one. Tracy's just doing some, explain what you're doing, Trey.
I'm just ripping up the cardboard, and I'm just laying the, let me put this one here,
overlapping
the cardboard down. And just bringing it under the string.
Just a little bit, yep.
Yep, so when we lay these.
And we overlap everything here because we want to try and stop the weeds coming through. And this system is, it's been done by other people. The main one we watched to learn this was Charles Downing, and we picked up some great ideas from him over the years. And it's worked for us, and it definitely works. It keeps it simple, and the system he does works. It's just, I won't say anything else about it. It just works. We have only got a little bit amount of cardboard, so we're going to get this down. Then we're going to get this covered over with compost, which is our well-rotted horse manure. It's about 6-7 years old, so we've been informed, and it comes from a naturalistic horse keeping people, which are our friends actually, that live up the top of the hill, and they only keep their horses in a natural way. They don't like chemicals. They don't like even shoeing their horses. They're kept barefooted, and we're going to have a little film up there one day and show you all about that.
They're called La Volée.
La Volée, yeah, we'll give you all the details of that anyway. But anyway, so you can see Tracy's laying this down. We're going to get this down now, and then we'll start to put the compost on, and we'll show you that next. Okay folks, a little summary of what we've done today. It's just gone midday, and we're going to knock it on the head now and go to do some renovation work. But we've run out of cardboard, that's the main reason. So we've got down we've cleared all the weeds off the surface, as you saw. We've put the lime down, set the beds out, or one of the beds, put the cardboard we had down as far as we could go, and then we put on about 4 to 5 inches, 125 mil roughly, of pure gold, black gold if you like. It's well rotted horse manure, and it's really good stuff. So I'm going to spin you around and show you quickly what we've done. Okay, so as you can see, the bed's set out with the lines going all the way up to the end. If you want to walk up to the end there, Trey, yeah, just to show where we're going to. Well, so that's where we've done to, but if you go to the end there, Trey, and then they can get a perspective. So that's the well-rotted horse manure, as you saw it. Beautiful stuff, crumbly, beautiful, full of worms. And that's ready to go with. Where the mud ends, or the compost here, is where the cardboard run out. So we're going to go and hit our local shops now, and we're going to be big borrowing, stealing as much cardboard as we can get from anyone we know. And I just want to show you the hoop. So put one of the hoops in just to get an idea. It'll actually come up a bit higher because we got little stakes going in the ground first, and then we put the hoops over it. Then this will give us a mesh netting to go over the top of that, because we have animal problems, don't we, Trey?
Yeah, we have
boar, deer. So it's difficult, isn't it? So we've got to make sure it's covered. And also, I'll just show you the rest of the hoops that are cut. So that's it there. I got 100 metres of water pipe from England few years ago, and then we just brought them with us as we do things now. Anyway, so hopefully that gives you an idea of what we've been up to today and yesterday evening. And there will be 2 more beds that goes all the way down the bottom, so you're going to have 3 long beds, and that'll be the start of our garden in France.
Garlics are going in here.
Yep, we're going to have garlics first. So should we just quickly show them then?
Yep,
yeah.
Them.
So over here, these are some of them. So these are the garlics. Yeah, and the trick with garlics is obviously you know how to you put them this way up to plant them, and they go about twice the depth. But it's to pick the biggest ones out of the clove you get. Yeah, so as you get a clove, you take all the little ones out, use that for the kitchen, and then you get the biggest ones and go in. And I always soak them first. I've soaked these, so we're going to pop them in the ground, popping up in the air like that, and hopefully they'll grow on.
And I cook with garlic every day, don't I? I use garlic a lot.
Every day, and some of Tracy's cooking is absolutely fantastic, and you'll be doing some of them in the future, won't you?
Once I get a bit sorted out in the caravan, I'll be doing some nice dinners.
Nice dinners and cooks.
What we eat anyway.
Yeah, and you'll see what we eat. We eat some good food. Well, you can see it on me anyway. Beer and food.
Not me.
No, you're slimming down, but I ain't. I need to though. Right, so there you are, guys. This is the garden of the future for French Farmhouse Diaries, and we'll speak to you again.
Ciao,
bye.
Ciao.
Hi folks. Right, just a little correction. I said to you earlier it was a 4-foot bed. Well, it isn't. Sorry, it's a 3-foot bed. It's 3 foot wide, 90 mil. As you can see there, 90 mil right between the pegs. Same again, I've just reduced it. I did set it out as 4 foot, but I remember me and Tracy normally had that for potatoes, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
So we have 4-foot beds for potatoes because they were big leafed and that. But you can see now, so there's a bit of a correction for you anyway. So me and Trace were just putting little piles of well rotted horse manure down, and we're coming to the end of some more cardboard we found today. So this is the evening now. We just finished tiling and doing some work in the bathroom. But Tracy's been out doing a bit of stone removing and packing up, haven't you, Trey? And just a little quick view of Tracy. She's having a little rest. Huh?
I'm really scruffy at the moment.
Don't matter. It's working, isn't you? But anyway, guys. So this is it. I'm really excited about this. Me and Tracy are really excited about our new garden. And getting things ready for you guys, because we're going to have tons of footage on this. We're going to set up a little a garden series as well, so we'll be gardening and growing food, growing the lavenders like we was talking about in the field. And I'm just going to point this one out to you as well, because after we finish here later on I might get my tractor out and just scurry this top off of here, because we've got a lovely flat area here, and we could have probably another 8 or 9 rows of growing here, so up to about that grass line there, coming round to just before them brambles, and then squared off to the tree. We're going to clear this area as well, so we're going to have a good garden to start with. Anyway guys, that was oh, you can see the plastic down now as well. We put that down because we ain't got enough cardboard at the moment to cover there. The sun's up, we've got some rain coming next week, haven't we? But it's warm.
Yeah,
it's going to be warm and rain, and you know what that means, weeds. So we're going to keep that on there, and then we're going to get planting there. There you go. Anyway, so remember, 3-foot beds or 36 inches, which is 900 mil roughly, and then the paths in between we're making them at 18 inches. Okay, so it's half the bed size, and that gives us enough to walk up and down with a wheelbarrow, top it up each year with compost, and get to the vegetables and work with them. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. So folks, out the back here in our field, which is going to be our growing part, the weather's turned a little bit. It's gone a bit cold, overcast, and I can feel little spots of rain coming, so I think we're going to have a bit of a storm coming. But just want to give you a heads up on this one. I'm going to flick you around because we've got another idea now. So here's the beds, you see, which we're going to be growing. got some stuff planted already. But here I was talking about having 2 more beds in there, but I've had a bit of a brainstorm, and I want to build a polytunnel, you see, and that length is 48 feet, roughly 50 foot, if I come a bit forwards, which would be the perfect size for us, by about 4 or 5 meters wide. So I'm thinking, and you can throw your suggestions at me and let me know what you think, that might be a good place to put a polytunnel. It's not quite north-south, north being this way, south being that way. It's slightly off orientation, so if you watch my hand, that would be there, roughly there, pointing, would be north-south properly. So it's coming over a little bit out of north-south, but it's a good position, I think, to site a polytunnel, because it's close to the house. We can come up the back stairs there that I'm going to be creating anyway, and up and in straight into it. We'll still have 1 bed here, but what I've done, I'll quickly show you, take you over here. If you can see this bit of the flat field, well, this is all the stuff I've taken off the top. So I put the cultivator on the tractor and just pulled it all off, just to get it cleared out, to see what sort of level. It's slightly sloping that way, so it's facing south again, but I think I can get 8 or 9 rows in there, and they're all around about 50 foot long each one, so there'll be a nice length. And it contains the whole garden area for growing in this little area here, which will be polytunnel, and then all the rows of beds. Probably put a little hedge up along here of some sort coming round, just to protect it all a little bit. So let me know your thoughts. I did look around the land thinking, you know, where could I put a polytunnel, and bearing in mind, you know, you don't want it standing out in the middle of in the field, you know, where everyone can see it. You want to keep it sort of discreet but nice. We've checked, we can have polytunnels here, but they like them to be a bit discreet. I did look over this way, but the problem we got here is it drops off a little bit too quick. It's a bit too far from the house, and I don't know, it just didn't seem right. I didn't want to encroach into near the woodlands too much, because there's too much shade on the west side. No, on the east side. No, which would it be? The east side, sorry, on the east side. So I think we're putting a little halt, and I'm going to think about this for a little while, about putting one there, and maybe not create the beds there, but move up to here and keep creating these beds, so we can keep moving forwards, getting the growing garden ready this year, and start growing some basic stuff. Anyway, sorry, there's a bit long-winded, but oh, the other thing quickly is this is like it's like a grassy, strawy, brackeny mix-up, but it's dry, and that will be the basis of another compost heap I'm going to start, where I'm going to do a controlled compost heap, where I can control the nitrates. This will be the carbon side of it, and bacteria will add to it, which will be cow dung, and a few other things we'll be doing, maybe some cardboard and that. Whereas that one over there, it's just what we scraped off. It's got little roots and stuff in there, what they call it, I keep getting this wrong, bracken, I'm thinking this. Did I call it fern last time, I think? But anyway, bracken. And we're just going to let that rot down. I'm going to cover it over and let it rot down. And that. Anyway, guys, let's hear your thoughts. Tell me what you think. I'm going to hand make this polytunnel as well. So that'll be a great little series of videos when it's coming up as well. Anyway, guys, and a little heads up on this one as well. Following on from last week, we got this levelled off now. Tracy picked up all the big stones and pushed them in the barrow over to the pile. I gave her a hand on some of them. She also done a load of these over here. Moved all them half ones and some of the bigger ones. And then I got the digger in, pulled it flat, tracked over it a few times, put most of the spoil up on the top there. So now this is red, this is cleaned up this area. It looked awful, but it looks a lot better now. There's a bit of rubbish over the back of there. I've got to pull out, well, pulled out the stump out of the ground. It was down there, but I've got to just clear that all up now, and then we can put the caravan up here. Anyway, just giving you a heads up on that one.